So, like a lot of people who have been attending school for the past year, I've had to take a lot of online classes rather than going to an actual classroom. But last week, my art teacher sort of prompted me and my classmates to go outside and do some painting. And so I did. I decided to go all out and actually make a little documentation of my current surroundings, because I'm currently living at the school that I'm attending in a dorm, and I realized that I don't have a lot of time left here, and it made me kind of sad. Mostly because I feel like I haven't been able to make the most out of this year. But given the current circumstances with a pandemic going on, it's sort of understandable. Anyway, hi, I'm Fairy Drop, and today I wanted to take you with me on a little outdoors painting session to do some art studies. I especially like this bridge a lot because for some reason it gives me Studio Ghibli vibes. I'm not sure why, but I can just picture something magical happening here. I guess it has to do with all the interesting textures and moss growing here, and it honestly inspires me a lot. I also wanted to show you this log laying on the ground because it gave me some ideas for like a slide for mushrooms, and I actually ended up making a quick sketch for that idea at the end of this video, so stay tuned. So my first study is just a quick drawing of this little leaf I found on the way here, and it was really fun to draw actually. I loved all the shapes and textures, and it was a really nice warm-up drawing. My second study was a little gouache painting of one of the stones connected to the bridge I showed you earlier. I'm not very used to working with gouache, but that was sort of the point. I really want to become better at using different kinds of watercolors, so it was a good challenge, I think. None of these paintings are masterpieces by any means, but that's sort of the point of studies. The point is to get better and to improve your skills. It's okay if your studies don't turn out exactly the way you wanted them to, because it's practice. Eventually, I had to go back inside because it was getting kind of chilly and there were a lot of ants trying to crawl up my legs, so I started to long for the comfort on my desk, but it was really nice to actually do some outdoors painting for once. I don't think I would have made these studies the way I ended up doing them if I had just taken a reference picture and gone back immediately, because There's just a different energy when you're in the setting that you're trying to paint. But if you can't go outside to draw something, it's obviously just as good to stay inside to draw. I know outdoors painting isn't as accessible to everyone as it is to me. And here are my finished studies side by side. Then I sort of wanted to end the day off on a more playful note, so I decided to draw the log that I saw earlier as a little slide for my mushroom characters. Also, here's my kneaded eraser that I sculpted into a mushroom before, but I ended up totally destroying it during the process of erasing stuff for this drawing, so rip. I want to mention that the purpose of this sketch wasn't to make an amazing illustration. It was more like making myself a little note with the idea I had from before so that I can do something with it later if I want to. I have this really bad habit of thinking of a bunch of stuff that I want to draw without making myself any kind of note or sketch to remember it, so I end up forgetting a lot of my ideas, to be honest. And that is a habit that I want to work on in the future. So that is sort of what I'm doing here. So these are all of the drawings I made on that particular day. I hope you enjoyed going on this little walk with me. I know it's very different from what I usually post, and I will try to post a regular speed paint as soon as I can after this. I have some other paintings that I'm currently working on, but I also have a lot of school stuff that is not very interesting to share because it is very different from my personal art. But I thought that for once it might be fun to share something that I did during class as well. I also did a quick digital sketch of these two mushrooms for the thumbnail that I will show you at the very end of this video. But that's it for now. I hope you will have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye!